Hey guys, and welcome to this video. As you would have guessed from the title, this is a get ready with me video. I am not going to start the video looking like this because obviously, well, I mean, it may not be obvious to you, I am ready. But I didn't want to start the video when I was like still kind of half asleep and a little bit grouchy, so I thought, you know what, I am going to make the start of the video at the end of the video. Does that make sense? I don't know, I'm rambling now. Let's just get into the video. This is going to be about a weird Tinder dating story that I had back in January, so you know what, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so my camera is like really precariously put right now and I'm really scared it's gonna fall over, but let's hope it doesn't. I need to start by putting my hair up because if you haven't noticed, I have what I essentially call a lion's mane. It gets in the way all the time, but I really don't want to get it cut off. So I'm just gonna put my hair in a bun, which means that you guys are gonna think that I'm bald, but I'm actually not. So I've never actually done a get ready with me video before because I am like the least fussy person when it comes to makeup ever. Like, I don't even wear makeup 100% of the time because I don't even know how to do it. Also, I just want to add that I woke up like half an hour ago, so I'm so out of it. So if anything seems like, if I can't even speak properly, that's why, okay. But I'm gonna start. I'm not going anywhere special today. I'm literally just going out to town for a bit and then I'm going to the gym, which I know you shouldn't wear makeup to the gym, but literally when you see how basic my makeup is, you'll be like, okay, whatever. And while I do so, I thought I may as well like tell you some stories about my life. So first up, we're gonna go with the brows. Now, I got my eyebrows tinted 2 weeks ago, so they don't usually look like this. They're usually like invisible. But I was like, Amy, this is not a good look anymore because sometimes I do like to be able to walk around without makeup on because I don't think I need makeup, especially me. You can see my skin is quite clear. So I was like, yeah, need a bit of an eyebrow tint. Also, my mirror is over here, so I'm gonna be like looking back and forth. I thought I would never ever be the person to use online dating apps, but I mean, like, don't we all say that? But then I was just so curious because I was in a long-term relationship for like 3 years and I always said like I didn't understand them, I would never use dating apps. Essentially, we're all judging each other on a picture and a weird bio. When I got here, I was like, you know what, I don't go out drinking, all of the guys at my gym are just kind of idiots. I'm gonna have to try and meet guys. Now, I just want to preface this and say that I'm not the type of girl that like needs a guy. In fact, I'm very independent and I don't really want a guy half the time. But you know what, I had never been out in the dating scene before and I thought, right, it's time. This was back in January. I started looking and I found this guy and he was from France, from Paris, which should have sent alarm bells because I have this theory, and I'm sorry for any Parisians watching this. People from Paris are a bit rude because that's just my personal experience, but I do love a Frenchman. It's the accent and also I speak French, so it means I can practice it, and I'm like, this could probably work. So we got chatting for a while and it was really, really good, and I found I used to be in a band, which was kind of cool, and he seemed like a really, really nice guy. So I was like, okay, I'm getting vibes here, I'm getting vibes. He seemed interested in me and he was like giving me compliments, but not too many compliments because too many compliments is very weird. And I was like, okay, I quite like this. Like, literally, this was my first sort of delve into the whole like dating / speaking to guy scene since I broke up with my ex. And before that, like, I lived a nun's life. I didn't like literally speak to guys or like go out with guys or anything like that. I chatted with him and he's like, he lived in London and he's like, look, you should come to London. Also, what I liked as well at the time is that he wasn't really into fitness. Like, he went to the gym, but it was more like just a keep healthy thing. And I kind of liked that because I was a little bit over gym guys at this point. He also was very intelligent. Like, he had a few uni degrees, he had a master's, I think he was like 26 or something like that, and I'm really, really attracted to intelligence. And so I was like, you know what, let's meet up, let's do it. And in retrospect, like, I can't believe I actually did this. Like, I know, hang on, I've got to go wet my beauty blender. Like, I'm not the type of person to like go out and, you know, drink or party, but I just seem to get caught in these random and probably quite risky situations that I put myself in, and it's gonna come back to bite me one day. So I'm like, look, I'll meet up with you in London. I want to go to the serial killer cafe. I want to do a few things, like, let's go do that. I was working that day, but I went down to London at night time. And then I did that thing, like, does anyone else hate that awkward thing when you're waiting to meet someone that you don't really know at a train station or at an airport or wherever, and you're doing that thing where you're like kind of on your phone and trying to look for someone, and it's just so awkward and you're like, I don't know what to do with myself. What if they've noticed me and I haven't even seen them? But anyway, I ended up seeing him. Alarm bell started ringing automatically because, guys, he was in a camo coat and I don't know, I'm like, can you really be 26 and still wearing like a camo coat. Maybe that's me being too judgy. Luckily, he knew his way around London. He knew how to take me to all the underground stations because I was still very new to England at this point, didn't really know. We were just chatting and stuff, which was really nice. And then we ended up going to the serial killer cafe, which, I mean, I love that place. Right now I'm just using my BB cream by Grwm. Yeah, we ended up going to serial killer cafe and I had my first experience of Lucky Charms. Oh my god, that was amazing. But he seemed like a really nice guy. The conversation was flowing. We were getting along really, really well. And there weren't any awkward moments or anything. He had a beautiful French accent. I noticed that he swore a lot. But again, I think that's a Parisian thing. Maybe he was just a sweary person, I don't know. After that, he's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to a bar or something? I don't think I mentioned this on this channel before. Basically, I don't drink, I never have drunken, and I don't really know the grammatically correct term for that. But yeah, I've never really been into that, but I was like, look, you know what, we can go to a bar, you can give me a bar experience. We went to a bar and it was all nice and stuff, and he was quite like affectionate, quite touchy-feely, and like we ended up kissing a little bit, which now that I think about it, like that isn't normal on a first date. But literally, guys, like I have no experience when it comes to dating, so I was like, okay, this kind of works. And plus, I think that French people in general are a lot more affectionate, especially than British people, and I don't mind a little bit of affection, so that was fine. We sort of had enough there. Like I was literally only drinking water at this point because I didn't want to drink soft drinks. I just had like I was in a sugar coma from all the cereal. I don't drink alcohol, so there goes that. So I was just drinking water, and I'm so scared to drink water at a bar because someone once told me that if you order water at a bar, people that like have taken drugs or something are the only ones that do that. So I was like, oh my god, everyone's gonna think I'm on drugs. Stupid Amy, stupid Amy. But then he's like, oh, I'll take you to another bar. I was like, okay. So off to another bar we went so he could have yet another beer. We just sort of sat and spoke, which was good, but it was so loud and like there were just people everywhere. And guys, that's just not my scene. Like I'm the type of girl, like take me for a nice walk, like a nice meal, or let's just, you know, watch a film or something like that. I am not a walk out around in London at 10 p.m. at night and stand in a bar type of a person. But you know what, he was really nice. It had been a while since I'd had someone like be affectionate towards me, and I liked that, and I thought, you know what, maybe I can put up with this, maybe I can deal with this. But it's when we went to the third bar that I was like, seriously? And at this point he was starting to get tipsy because he'd had like 3 quite large pints. I don't know if it's normal to get like slightly tipsy off that. I've literally got no clue. I was just like, this is not enjoyable. I was so bored just standing around where he could drink beer. And so somehow the topic of conversation came up to sex, as it does, because you know we are all grown adults here. And he started telling me, I don't know how it even came up, but he started telling me that basically that he liked it a bit violent. And at this point I was like, oh, how do I go about this, and how do I act cool? You know what, guys, you can all do what you want in the bedroom, but me, I'm not about that violence life. I'm not about that. So I was like, trying to keep it all casual. And then at this point as well, I was like, you know what, I've got to get the last train back to Brighton soon. He's like, no, please stay with me, please stay with me. And I'm like, no, like I'm not that type of girl. He's like, we don't even have to sleep together, all these blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please, I need my own home. And just, I could tell that he was starting to get a little bit like crazy, a little bit tipsy, and we were going in the underground like walkway station bit, and he was like singing out loud, like really loudly, and like gesturing to people and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, this is actually a little bit mortifying. And he just kept saying, please stay with me, please stay with me. And he still kept bringing up the like weird violence thing. I don't know, I can't even remember how he contextualized it, but it was just really, really odd and really would kind of put me off like it would. Eventually I was like, no, I'm gonna go. I had to be really, really stern. Like he was being stubborn, and I don't like that, because my thing is like, once I've made my decision, I've made my decision. Like don't try and change it, because you won't. Like just give up. I'm too stubborn for that. Anyway, I got my train home, and then we were like texting on and off for a while, but I'd kind of thought, you know what, this guy is not for me. He's a little bit too full on, a little bit just, I think we're from two different worlds. Like I said, yeah, we were just texting a bit and then it sort of just faded out like it does. And then a few months ago, he randomly started messaging me again on Instagram because we were still following each other on Instagram. He was like, oh, like you need to come up to London and like, you know, we can go to Five Guys and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, you know what, that sounds like a good time. I have a very open mind, so I was like, maybe this could still be the love of my life. I do love a French accent. So I went in with an open mind. I didn't actually end up going to London because he's like, oh, how about this Sunday? And I was saying to him, oh no, I have to work and then I have to do this because guys, I have a very, very busy life. Everyone knows that about me. Then he started like actually having a go at me and saying that if I couldn't make time for him in his life, why would he bother? He's just wasting his time on me. Like we hadn't spoken in months at this point. He had been with other girls, I'm fairly certain, because I saw him on Tinder again. He started going on about how I wasn't putting in any effort and how why would I make plans and then just not follow through with them, and like actually being quite mean about it. I was like, hold up mate, hold up mate. I have been on one date with you in which you made me be essentially your handbag while you went to multiple bars and got drunk, and now you're saying that I'm like wasting your time and like stuff just because I was busy one Sunday and couldn't come eat burgers with you. And it was at this point that I started thinking, you know what, this whole dating scene isn't for me. Damn it, put the mascara on before the eyeliner. Oh yeah, at this point I must add that I ended up blocking him on Instagram, deleting his WhatsApp, because I was like, you are exhausting and you are putting unnecessary stress in my life. Goodbye, mister. So I don't know what he's doing with his life, and who knows, maybe he might even watch this video. So if you are watching this video, I hope you knew that I had a really bad time essentially. I go through phases with dating apps because my thing is, right, and this is such a weird analogy, I have never used a CV to get a job in my life, a CV or a resume. I've just gotten a job based on who I was. And I've had a lot of jobs. I've been working since I was 14. So it's not like that has been an unsuccessful strategy at all. It's been quite successful. And I feel like in a way, when you go on these dating apps and you see people's profiles, it is kind of like looking at their CV because they're just showing you the bits that show them off and show you the bits that they want you to see. Whereas like if you get to know someone, sort of straight away you're getting to know exactly what they look like, especially if you're getting to know them in person. Their ways of going about things, it's just a lot different. And I'm someone that if you saw me on paper or if you just saw my pictures on Instagram, you would not get a clear idea of who I am. I mean, in essence, that's why I created this channel, because I am not always the fitness person. But yeah, if you looked at me based on my Instagram profile, you would think that I'm just someone that's like always in the gym. To be fair, I am always in the gym. Fitness is my whole life and all of that, when I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life that sometimes is far more interesting than lifting weights in a gym. Hang on, I've got to concentrate now while I do this eyeliner. By the way, I'm using They're Real Push-Up Liner by Benefit. Wow, I'm becoming a beauty guru. I don't always wear eyeliner, but I thought that since I was filming a video, why not? Why not? And then I need to smudge that a little bit. I really need to get a special device that helps you smudge eyeliner, because for now I just have this big thing and it doesn't really work, does it? Alright, now I'm going to do the cardinal sin of makeup apparently and recurl my lashes with the mascara on them. I will say I could go heavier with the mascara. Mascara tends to irritate my eyes a little bit. I'm just going to keep it light, and plus I'm not really going out anywhere. So that's that. And then I do like to add in a little bit of lip colour just to make myself feel like I've got my life together. So I will go and grab that. I've just been using this. Oh my goodness, it was bound to happen, wasn't it? I thought I broke my camera just then, it wouldn't focus. I'm just using this Rouge Velvet, the lipstick. Who is this even by? Bourjois? Bourjois. It's by Bourjois. I realized that when I was doing that whole makeup thing, I didn't even tell you what I was putting on my face half the time. This is why I'm not a beauty guru. So this is a really like neutral color. It just makes my lips pop a bit. I just like put the tiniest bit on. I was gonna say literally, but I just feel like I'm using the word literally way too much. And then on the top of that, every Australian girl's secret. Look at this purple ointment, which my mom has to now send me from Australia because they don't sell it over here. And I just put some on my lips. That's the finished look. Voila. I am going to take my hair down, put some normal clothes on, and then I will catch up with you after I've done that, because obviously I'm not going to keep the camera rolling while I'm getting changed, because I'm not that type of person. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm now changed to wearing normal people clothes. My hair is still an absolute lion's mess, but you know what? I think that now my face is done, the hair kind of works. It's not really a horror dating story, it's just a kind of uncomfortable, weird dating story. I have quite a few more because actually now, come to think of it, I feel like I haven't had one date that's actually with a normal human being. Why do I seem to just attract the weird ones? I have plenty, well, not plenty, I have like 3 other more dating stories I can tell, including a guy that became properly obsessed with me, and that was almost scary to a point. So that is a whole nother video for a whole nother day, because I still feel uncomfortable when I think about that. Like literally I still look out my window like yeesh. Pretty much says it all. I have just got some classy gym wear on today. It is a get ready with me, so I should show you what I'm wearing. This top is just by Lorna Jane, which is back in Australia. Kind of love the back. And then I've got the cliche, classic Gymshark leggings on, because I wouldn't be an Insta-ho if I didn't wear them, would I? I hope you liked this style of video. I liked it. The problem is I don't know if I could ever do like a get ready with me again, because I literally do the exact same makeup every single day, but I love doing the sit down chatty videos, so I'm sure I can make something work. Anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope you had a little bit of entertainment from it. I would love, love, love to hear about some of your dating horror stories, or maybe dating success stories. Build my confidence, people, in the description box down below, so let me know.